It's my birthday today. The house is quiet. I have it all to myself. I grabbed a peanut buttery treat from my buddy Tully and put it in his kennel. And every time I put Tully, the service dog, in the kennel, it makes me think of a young man that I served with pride for a long, long time at the monastery, and I wonder how he's doing today. I hope he has his next birthday is a happy one. But my wife and my son took a box of cake mix, just like this one. It cost $1 and made me a cake. So we got $1 cake sitting ready for my birthday later today. And we're not going the route of frosting. I said, you know what? I want some Cool Whip on that cake. So instead of it being covered with decadent, expensive frosting, it's going to be covered with kind of cheap, generic Cool Whip. You know what? It's going to be delicious. Might be the sweetest cake I've ever eaten in my life. Who knows? I know that I've had a lot of orange birthday cakes over the years, but the devil's in the details. And my son was like, they make devil's food cake? I thought it was called angel's food cake. Well, sadly, angels and devils both love cake. I've been thinking a lot about angels and devils a lot lately because I'm making a board game that involves fantasy themes. And I told my buddy Bill at his house yesterday, he gave me this can of 100% natural chicken breast as a gift. And he said, hey, you know that these cans of chicken breast are like $4 or $5 each. And he was very, very, very proud of giving this to my family. And I really am proud to accept it because he felt very good giving me this can of chicken breast for my family. And like, I feel very, very good when I help people in need. It's something that I've always wanted to do with my life. So, yeah, I told Bill that there's a story that I'm writing basically that's kind of the lore of my board game, and it involves an angel that the other angels cut off their wings and kicked them out of heaven. So, bummer. So this poor angel now walks the world with mortals, trying to do good things and trying not to let the scars of their past ruin their mission to help other people. So right now, my darling wife is standing outside in the cold at the food pantry, getting food for my children. And I think she is sad because she thinks right now I'm just kind of laying in bed moping and being sad. And I'm not doing that. I am thinking. Mrgrrr does a lot of things. He jumps rope. He does pull-ups. He writes in his journal every day. Let's see. I wrote in my journal today. There's me and Gabriel playing basketball. There's my first journal. This is one of the most important, precious things. You know, I'm just going to whoop. Somebody can pause that and read it if they want to. There's my son and I. We're going to read Charlotte's Web because, hey, Mrgrrr loves spiders. And then today's the big 52. And here, my sweetie made this for me. Hoping for smiles. I love you when you're silly. I love you when you're sad. I love you every day, always. And I love my wife, too. So my wife might be the only human being that sees this video, and I want to let her know I'm not sad. I'm not sad. I'm just deep in thought. And you know what? The devil's in the details. I'm a man of tradition, and the thing is, I made this heart on the sidewalk quite a long time ago, and it has endured. There has been no rain in Neenah for quite some time. So, Checking on the neighbors. Can you see the spider web? Yeah, that's a better angle. Checking on the neighbors. Hey guys, how you doing? Checking on the spider webs. The thing is, people that come into the Picker Palace are kind of like, because there's spider webs everywhere, and it's a crime scene. No, it's not a crime scene. It's not a crime scene at all. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. People might say, Mr. Mrgrrr, you are one strange duck thinking that spider webs and dead flies are beautiful. But hey, life is beautiful on all counts. Now, I think I'm going to do one of my birthday traditions today. It's freezing cold out. Garrison just added a sunflower to his bike, and I really am tempted to borrow it. Do you think it's my birthday? It's my birthday. I don't think Garrison's going to be mad if I borrow this. So we're going to try to put this on my bike. Okay. Well, it's going to be, I'm going to have to, I don't want to switch the gears as I'm driving, but we'll try it. So Garrison, I'm sorry you're at school, but I'm kind of, all right, I can't do it. It's his. You can't be stealing from your kids. That's just not right. But the thing is, I'm going to ask him later today. You know how kids like break something and then they put it back the way it was and then let someone else break it? I'm not that guy. Oh, Garrison, Dada broke your sunflower. Grandpa Bob, the irony, the beauty, the amazing, poignant moment. I didn't mean to break your sunflower, Garrison. I promise I will love her always. All right, is this thing on? All right, I'm going to try and see how this works. Mr. Mrgrrr is guilty of high crimes, breaking his son's sunflower bell on his bike. That's about as low as it gets. There's a special place in hell for someone that breaks their kid's stuff. But I'm going to hit the streets. I'm going to go for a little bit. Man, it's cold. My poor wife she has her stocking cap on. She's got her mittens on. It is chilly today. And I'm going to ride to the park. I got some sidewalk chalk in my pocket. I feel like leaving another poem at the park, and I'm curious to see if I write a poem at the park, if it rains like in 25 minutes after I'm done writing it. Because you know what? What makes poetry at the park, sidewalk chalk, beautiful is the fact it's destined to be rained away. So my darling wife says, hey, the plants in the garden really need some water. So I figured I'd help her out by writing a poem at the park today. Now I've been thinking a lot about the powerful wizard in my campaign, in my story. There's a wizard, and his name is Vendwill. 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 Hello. How are you today? But anyway, Vendwill is like a very powerful wizard because he was kind of raised by genies, like the guys that live inside the lamp and grant wishes. Could you imagine there's stories where like kids are raised by wolves, you know, and they turn out to be quite special, unique individuals. Could you imagine being a kid raised by genies and having the ability to grant wishes? How cool would that be? So, needless to say, Vend Will is one of the most powerful forces in my board game because he can, kind of change reality on a dime. He can, like, you know what? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna grant wishes, and well, there's a song by Bruce Springsteen that talks about with every wish there is a curse, and that becomes the existence of Vend Will, as he tries to grant all these wishes to everybody, and it ends up just, man, ruining things. Everything gets ruined. Oh, we got some people hanging out by my green castle today. I'm gonna go say hi. How's it going, gentlemen? Like, I'm making a video right now for my YouTube, so I'm gonna turn the camera off because I don't want to do anything that feels inappropriate. I was just talking to two gentlemen here at the park about how I married my sweetheart here on the merry-go-round at Washington Park. So part of my birthday tradition is coming here every birthday, kind of like the gratitude shower and being thankful. Now there's kids at the park today, so I don't want to videotape them. And normally I do this at nighttime and cross my fingers, hope for there to be stars in the sky, because that's usually when I do my ride on the merry-go-round. So we're gonna take a little spin, get her going. This merry-go-round just sucks. It's just terrible. But with one simple shove, simple as that seems, can turn the heavens above into a kaleidoscope of dreams. It's just not the same without the stars. All right, let's go write a poem, and then we gotta bake a cake. They say that the pathway to hell is paved with good intentions. So I was talking about Vend Will the wizard a little bit today. Came here to the park to do some pull-ups, but instead had a nice and very important conversation with two gentlemen here at the park. So I'm gonna leave my legacy behind. You know, not many people are gonna come over here to see this because, well, the splash pad's done. The season is past, so chances are good no one's gonna read these words, and that's all right. The thing is, I've been writing every day of my life, and nobody's gonna read that in this life. But maybe down the road, people might be really interested in seeing what that crazy wizard had to say. Well, I got 1 cup of coffee. I got 1 cup of tea. I don't know how much they like their tea strong or weak, so I kind of let it dangle on the side. But I don't see the bikes of the gentlemen that were here earlier this morning, so I might have missed my window. We'll keep that there for now. And I'll do a quick scout of the park to see if they're around, but I think I might have missed an opportunity. But I got a feeling if I'm persistent and come back here again, I'll have another chance to cross paths with the gentleman. You know, one of them is a Marine that served in the Vietnam era, same time my dad did. So if that gentleman wants a cup of tea, it's my birthday. I can go out of my way to try to get that gentleman a cup of tea. So You know, like I said, the path to hell is paved with good intentions. I guess my consolation prize is I get to pick up a little bit of litter here at my castle. So, all right, I'll keep my eye out for those gentlemen, and hopefully I will indeed make good on my promise to get them a cup of coffee and a cup of tea, and maybe some birthday cake.
You know it.
Off to meet the Queen, Sir Nerd Leroy?